We just flew in this morning from a week-long trip visiting my family, so I am feeling a little discombobulated. This is the first warm spring day we've had, and I don't think my body's used to it quite yet. Normally I love heat, but it was just a lot too soon. But I knew that getting a training session in would help me feel better and just regulate. So I'm gonna take you through that. I'm also gonna take you through as much of my week as I can, as usual. So training, meals, dancing, business, life, all the things. And we've got a couple of really exciting things coming up this week. So dance-wise, I started working with my friend who is an emerging choreographer on a new piece. So we've only rehearsed it once, so I didn't film anything really that time that I wanted to share. And business-wise, I've got several bigger meetings this week, which I feel like I say every time, but it really is a phase of just building and bringing my visions to life. It will be more amazing than you could ever imagine. But for now, just taking you through my life as usual. Today's session is day 3 of my current training block, which is all about extensions. So because I'm a ballet dancer, extensions are super important, same as turns, jumps, and everything else. But we have a focused block specifically on extensions, which has been really, really fun. And it's in my own app, which is the Barbell Ballerina app. The response in the community for this challenge has been insane. I don't think I've ever gotten so much positive feedback on a challenge before. And everybody's just I finally feel my glutes working, my hip flexors aren't gripping. It's amazing. So today is an arabesque focus. We've got a lot of posterior chain work, so I'm excited to take you along for that. But yeah, lots of exciting things happening. I kind of feel, as I said, just a whirlwind right now. I think part of traveling and coming back and having to stay consistent and just having these big goals, but knowing you can't fully focus on them during family time, rightfully so. I am all in on family time when I'm at home, but then you kind of come out of it and you're oh my God, I feel like I have 1,000 things to do. That's gonna be this week. So I'll see how much of it I can document. So happy you're here, so happy you are following along. And let's get into this lift. It is Sunday, and Sundays are usually my reset days, so I just journaled and I'm gonna plan out my week, and then I'm gonna take you through how I meal prep. Monday. Just got back from the gym about an hour, probably hour and a half ago, and today is another busy day. I'm heading to the studio soon, and then I've got a couple meetings and a lot of back-end work on the business. So Mondays are pretty heavy, but I mean, my whole week, I planned it out yesterday and I was like, every hour is accounted for. Like, I don't know how I did this to myself, but I am in an extremely busy time of life, and I just kind of want to be honest about that overwhelm, because it would be very easy for me to sit here and act like I've got everything handled and figured out, but I am in probably the most like expansive phase of life I've ever been in, both in business, in my relationship, because I'm getting married this year, and just like as a person. I feel like I'm evolving very, very quickly, and every chapter just feels like the evolution goes quicker and quicker. But I definitely have a lot on my plate in pretty much every aspect of life you could think of, and just trying to balance so many areas of life. But I think it's important to speak on, because it's these times of life where you're feeling challenged and overwhelmed and busy that those consistent daily habits are the most important. Like, it's easy to, eat well and show up to the gym and whatever when you're not as busy, but when you are busy, it's like, okay, how bad do you want this? Because for me, if I don't show up to the gym, I don't train, I don't eat well, then I immediately start feeling less in control of my life. So I think grounding ourselves with, but whatever those like maybe 3 to 5 habits are, getting good sleep, drinking enough water, all those things, they are a catalyst to help you build the life of your dreams. And if those things aren't in check, whatever they are for you, then it's really hard to build consistency and momentum. So even though I'm going into a really, really busy week, I know I can rely on those fundamental habits to help get me through. And at the end of the day, taking care of myself and my body is more important than any work could ever be. So also just reminding myself that it doesn't have to be perfect. Not everything has to be checked off the to-do list. If I gave it 100%, that's what matters. So I don't know who needed to hear that today, but in the overwhelming seasons, strip it down to the basics of what you can do to feel in control. And I promise you'll feel so much more momentum in life. My roasted veggies that I meal prepped yesterday, and then I just air fried some tofu with some spices. So this will be my lunch. This week already feels like such a struggle. I talked yesterday about how this is an overwhelming season of life, but I was telling my friend this morning, like, I asked for every single thing that I'm overwhelmed about right now. So I think looking at it from the other perspective of this is me building my dream life, and it's going to take, you know, getting out of my comfort zone, making big decisions and taking risks and just trying to stay on top of it all. So in that respect, I am very grateful. But I think it's an important reminder that seasons of overwhelm are going to happen. Thinking about like younger you and how they would feel about your current situation. Like when I think about, let's just say 12-year-old me, like she had barely started ballet, and to tell her that I'm not only a professional dancer, but I run my own business and get to train dancers all over the world, she would be like, what do you mean? Like, how did we do that? So yeah, I think that's the reminder I will stick with throughout this week, because it is very, very busy. Like, this is the only day I don't have any meetings, and so I'll be going to ballet in a little bit and just also focusing on YouTube. Like, I cannot tell you how different it is to be able to just like share candidly throughout my days. But yeah, excited to keep building on here. Thank you for being here, and let's get into the rest of the day. Okay, I forgot about this dessert for like 10 years, but this is what I used to make in high school when I first went vegan. It's called banana nice cream, so it's dairy free. It's just probably 2 frozen bananas chopped up, added to the blender, plus cinnamon, plus a splash of oat milk, and then I added some cinnamon on top. So good for a sweet treat. I'm about to have this every night for the foreseeable future.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you Isabel?
No, I'm Maggie. Isabel's big.
Good morning, happy Wednesday. I woke up in the red again on my Whoop. So this week is just a perfect example of showing you what I do, like in terms of pushing in my training versus rest, because I really just do go based off the data, which I know is not possible for everyone, but it does give you like so much insight to how ready you are to perform on any given day. So for me, like my resting heart rate was high, my heart rate variability was low, which is the opposite of what you want, and my recovery was pretty bad. So I'm taking the day off from training. I did a half-hour walk on the treadmill, no incline, and I'm just jumping straight into the workday. So some weeks are going to be like this, and yeah, I wish I was at the gym right now and being able to push hard and show you that, but I also just want to obviously be real with you and show you that not every day is a high recovery day and like a high intensity day. So yeah, I really do go based off the data instead of just like feelings and mood, because it hasn't led me astray in the 2 years that I have been using Whoop, and it's kept me healthy, it's kept me injury free. I rarely get sick just because of the way I'm able to balance that push and pull of training. So that really is my method, is just looking at how recovered I am based on the data, because otherwise you're just kind of guessing based on what you feel like, what you think you slept like, which often doesn't really match up with the actual numbers. So that's been the biggest game changer for me. Today is a day where I just kind of lock myself in my office for 8 hours and don't come out. So pretty boring to show you on a vlog, but I will catch up with you when I can. I've got a meeting to start the day and then just kind of checking things off the list. Okay, I'm just chopping up some mango. I'm gonna have a little fruit bowl. Something about me is I will eat probably 6 or 7 times a day, and that includes my 3 main meals and snacks in between. So literally anytime I am hungry, I will eat. And if I'm dancing and I have a break and then something after, I will also immediately refuel because ballet classes are usually in 90 minutes. So in that time, you definitely deplete your glycogen stores. So you want to be eating carbs immediately after, protein if you can, for muscle recovery. I don't know if you can tell, but I suddenly feel so incredibly energized. This is the first year that I've hired in my business, and it's just like short-term contractors. But the difference in just like having somebody care about your vision as much as you do and just help you like continue to build and grow is so amazing. I am really, really grateful. But the call I just had went really well, and suddenly I'm just like so excited to do everything, including like all of the random like tedious tasks on my to-do list. So something definitely shifted for me, thank God, because I was like, if this entire week is gonna be as rough as Monday, Tuesday were, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but feeling so much better. I actually forgot I also have a lymphatic drainage massage at 11. I've been doing those about every 3 weeks, and they're also just like the most calming type of massage. Usually I'll do sports massages, which are super deep tissue and just like painful, but I've got that in a couple hours, so gonna walk back in on work. Yeah, something definitely shifted, and the sun is out, and I think it's supposed to be like 70 today, so maybe we'll try to get outside as well. Guys, the universe is so good. When I tell you I literally never grocery shop in person anymore, I just order online through Instacart, but I always order through our local co-op because we're investors, so like every year we get dividends. And today I spontaneously decided to pop in and grab ingredients for yogurt bowls because I just want to have like more variety in my snacks. So I go grab all my yogurt ingredients. I got these beautiful tulips, like aren't they stunning? And then I go to check out and she's like, you actually have $218 in dividends. So you don't have to pay today. And I can still come back for the rest of the month of March and use up the rest. Like when I tell you something shifted in the energy today, I don't know what it is, but I love it so much. Okay, I just wanted to share everything I got because I'm so excited for these yogurt bowls. I don't know what about the start of spring just makes me crave like smoothies, frozen desserts, yogurt bowls, salads. Like winter meat could never, but now I'm just like, give me all the fruit, give me all the yogurt. But starting off with some blackberries because I already ran out from my weekend grocery trip. Couple packages of raspberries, some bananas, but these I'm also going to use for the frozen dessert that I showed you yesterday. And then a couple different kinds of like grains and seeds to add on top. So I did get a muesli that it looks like it's wheat, dates, sunflower seeds, raisins, rye, barley, oats, almonds, flaxseed, walnuts. That's what that one looks like. And then this one is a local brand. It's a gluten-free granola. I'm not personally gluten-free, but it looks like it's a cherry almond, and it's just made here in the Midwest. So don't know if you'll be able to find it if you try to make what I'm making, but this one is oats, buckwheat, olive oil, honey, dried cherries, almonds, coconut, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, cinnamon. So pretty natural ingredients as well. I did get some cacao nibs because I have run out of those as well. And then for the yogurt itself, I got Coco June, pure coconut. This one is also just really simple ingredients. It's coconuts, water, tapioca, vegan probiotic cultures, and yeah, so really excited to try this one as well. And then I just got some nighty night tea from Traditional Medicinals. This is chamomile and passion flower because I've been on a tea kick, but I feel like it's fading because spring is here. But usually I'll have like a chai and a peppermint every day, and my fiance likes the nighttime one. I feel like it's just fading because it's spring, but we'll see how long the tea era lasts. I think I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. Thanks so much for watching. As always, had so much fun. I do think, if anything, this vlog was a testament to the fact that you get to decide if you want to turn your day around or your week around at any point. It just comes down to what you allow yourself to focus on and think about. So if you're thinking about how overwhelmed you are, everything in your day is going to prove to you that you are overwhelmed because you're in that negative loop. But if you break it up with something like yesterday, the couple like fun, exciting things that happened, now you're starting to look at all the positive things in your life and in the world around you. So thanks again for watching. I will see you here same time next week.